Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively, and I have Easter lilies with the dimensional back stuck to the card. Okay, so this is the Easter lily set. It's in the January to May mini catalog, or January through April. We get a new catalog beginning May. It's so much prettier than what the cover says. It has some great dies with it. I made this, and I have a video to show you how I did that with the watercolor paper, and I really like it. Easter's this week, and so I wanted to give you an idea. An Easter card. We did this at camp, and it was super, I mean, you could do this for multiple people really easily. So I'm going to show you how I made the card. I've got my Versamark and my He Is Risen. I'm going to put it right over here in the corner. Then I've got my gold embossing powder. I used to take embossing powder to the kids' schools when I would do projects, because nothing impresses a kid like embossing. Especially the boys that were always such a hard sell. This, I got them with this every time. And you can see it turn. I tell my customers, this is not a blow dryer. You start at one end, and when you watch it turn, you just go right across it, because they have a tendency to use it more as a blow dryer. And then they miss a spot. Okay, so I did the He Is Risen. Stay. Now I'm going to take this, and I am going to run it through the embossing folder. So when I have a camp, I try to pick up each project and put them in a little, I have these little trays I put them in so that everything's in there, so when I video for you, everything's together. Well, I went to emboss, and on this one, I used the cane embossing folder, and it's been put in a safe place that I don't know where it is. So I had to switch it up. Because I got flustered, I forgot to stamp the palm leaves in the soft seafoam. So I used the Eyelet 3D embossing folder, which is one of the new ones. And it's beautiful. So I have the eyelets on there. And now we're going to stamp the palm leaves on top. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. But I got myself all wigged out because I couldn't find that embossing folder. I don't know if you ever do that, but I'm 100% sure it's in a safe place. So I'm going to put my palm leaves on here. They're not going to be as distinct as they were on the other one because I embossed it first. Forgot. I still like it. Okay, so the cane weave one, can you see them in the background, the palm leaves? Here's this one. I think they lighten up as they dry. Here is my card base. Let's put one on the inside so you can see how pretty it is. See how pretty that palm leaf stamps? And it's much bigger because the cases don't always show the size. So this is definitely bigger than what's on the cover of the case. And it's very pretty. Now, that cane embossing folder could be right here in front of my face. Again, I pick up all the stuff. I put all the dies in the trays. I try to be super organized. If you guys are like me, we always give it our best shot. This is one of my Wonder Basement bone folders. So now I'm going to take this, and this is the gold satin edged ribbon. It's not going to be in the next catalog, so if you're a big fan of this, you're going to need to get some. I always tie my ribbon on the bolt after I cleaned up from camp. I always tell them to tie on the bolt, and obviously someone didn't listen to me because there was this much ribbon in a trash can. Of course I pulled it out. I know you just said, did you pull it out? Well, of course I did. I have a scrap ribbon basket that has all the scraps of ribbon because I don't cut that much off and throw it away. I was traumatized. Okay, so let's seal this down. And I punched out some gold foil circles, 2 3/8 circles. And I'm going to put this on. I wanted it under here. I wanted it under the ribbon. So I'm just going to put it on with some seal. Because I wanted it right under there just like that. Now I have my pretty lilies. I'm going to use the Versamark and stamp them on with some scrap. And I want a lily at one end and a lily at the other end. So when I die cut them, I can run them through at the same time. So here's we were discussing, our family tries to do a Sunday dinner. And so we were discussing Easter yesterday because it is just a week away. Again, hold this still. When it starts to turn, then move it. It's not a blow dryer. You can always tilt it to the light and see if there's any powder or if you didn't get it embossed well. You want to see that shine. So I have my mini boss. I'm going to cut this out. I love my little friend. It just comes in so handy. And I separated these just enough that I can run them through at the same time. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one shifted a little bit. I have a little more white than what I want here. So I'm just going to trim that off. And then I colored these with Stampin' Write markers because I got just enough color and sometimes the blends, it's just a little wide for my detailed things. So I put soft seafoam on the stem. I took the daffodil and went towards the bottom. And then I took the lemon lolly and worked it up a little bit. So I wanted my center of my lilies just a little bit darker. Oops. Wrong cap. Oh, come on, friends. Okay. Now we're gonna... Then I'm gonna muscle my lily a little. I want to rough it up. Not really. I'm just gonna kind of roll the edges over a bone folder because I don't like a flat lily. I'm going to stick the center on with a glue dot. Sometimes I'll use a mini dimensional to put under the flower petals just because I want them to stay raised up when I mail it. So sometimes I'll tuck a mini dimensional under there. And this would have watercolored beautifully. Like I did that big flower, I could have used watercolors to color this with instead of my Stampin' Write markers. But they did the job, and it was just a little bit faster. Okay, friends, there you go. 2 different folders. Same thing. Now I need to get these in the mail so people will get them for Easter. Okay, thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.